Two hip kicks. Two hip kicks.
Okay,
Don, you're supposed to press the button after the credits roll.
I know, right? That sounds so weird. Does it sound weird to you?
I don't have any problems.
Oh, my audio just went to hell in a handbasket.
I don't know what's happening. No, you sound fine to me.
That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that, kids. But welcome everybody, and TC sounds like a chipmunk to me, but that's okay as long as I sound all right. I want to make. Oh, thank you. That helps a lot. That we're in the right spot. So welcome everybody, and thank you for coming in. My audio screwed up, but we'll try to make it work. I don't know what's going on.
You can get out and come back in if you want to. I can entertain while you're doing that.
Go ahead, tap dance for him. I'll be back.
Hey everybody, welcome to Finding Your Music Mojo. I'm TC. Dawn's having audio problems. We'll be back shortly. We're going to talk about DJs this time, both the musical DJs and the radio DJs. Dawn has a great deal of love for the DJ type music, and I'm not any stranger to myself either. I like it too, but I think she's going to be able to tell you a bit more about that. I'm more the radio guy, so I can do more radio music. And I think
that's much better. I can hear you now.
Yay!
What?
Vamp.
The audio went to hell in a handbasket. Seriously, it sounded like I was talking to a hive of bees.
That's not good.
No. So go ahead. Continue. You were saying.
I was just saying we're going to talk about DJs, the different stuff music DJs and radio DJs. You'll probably have more of the music DJs than I will, but I still have a few I like, and want to hear everybody else and what they like. So be sure to comment there and let us know so we can talk to you about it as well.
Thank you. Patrick is here. Patrick, welcome, dear. Thank you for coming in. That was the whole idea this time. And again, sorry for having to pop out and pop back in, but StreamYard went to hell in a handbasket. So yeah, DJs. I felt it was a kind of a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
We grew up to listen to the radio. Who played the music for us?
Mm-hmm.
DJs.
Yeah.
Exactly. You ever went to a party of any kind, hopefully there was a DJ there. If you weddings, bar mitzvahs, whatever.
We've both done DJ work at that type too. So it's like you had your own thing and I did it for a school group when I was a kid. So
yep. And I did take like 5 minutes of in college, a couple of courses in radio. So, but obviously it's not where I went. It's not what I did. But yeah, for sure. I am partial to a particular DJ. Really? Which one? Which one are you particularly partial to, sir? Lay it on us. But yeah, so we've all had our touch on DJs. Plus, now with YouTube and Mixcloud, and there's a whole different range of places you can find people who are producing their own music, mixing other people's music, or just doing like mixes, party mixes. So and they're all really good, and there's a lot of them out there, so I thought we'd bring those people to the front and see if anybody's interested in checking them out.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any particular memories of youth DJs for radio DJs?
Yeah, I do.
Who's us? TC has a particular way he likes to see us sitting, and this is it. Here you go.
Well, when you're hosting, I like to be on the right side. So next week
Okay.
I'll be on the other side. Well, I grew up, I'm a radio person. I got interested in radio when I was a kid. I mean, my mom had it on all the time. But for the DJs, there were the local guys, some of them, I don't think any of them ever really took off nationally.
Mhm.
But I do remember Pat O'Day at KJR, who was a nationally known DJ, and that was in Seattle. The local guys in Spokane, I actually met when I went up and I
Wow.
interviewed KJRB programming director Gary Daniels for a school project and got a tour of the station and met the DJs and such. But I remember the syndicated guys, the ones that were on the syndicated shows.
Okay.
Casey Kasem, Wink Martindale,
Mhm.
Dr. Demento,
Dr.
and all of
Yeah.
those guys. Those are my radio heroes. I have tons of radio transcripts over
Rick
here.
Dees. No,
Rick Dees is good. Yeah. Oh, his countdown show is fine.
Rick
Just
Dees.
kind of put out of the mind that he was also the proprietor of Disco Duck
Disco Duck guy. Yeah, exactly. It's a Disco Duck
and
guy.
Discorilla.
And I don't think I've heard that one.
It's on the one of the label novas, RSL, I think.
I'll check it out. Maybe I did hear that. Well, you did play the whole song, but you did play part of it.
Play a clip of it, yeah.
Yep. Okay. And maybe that was enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that was enough.
Exactly.
I think it was enough for sure. Yeah, I don't have a lot of memory of when I was younger. I listened to the radio, but like DJ personalities weren't a thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
But they just weren't a thing. But then, like you said, you listen to syndicated stuff like Dr. Demento and Casey Kasem and all that, and those I remember quite well. Mary brought one up. Mary's in the chat. Welcome, my love. Welcome,
hey,
welcome,
Mary.
welcome.
So who was it?
Yeah,
Mary. Who's the guy in Chicago you liked?
Was
and
it a
please
Chicago
don't say
one?
Steve Dahl.
She had there was a morning show I think she listened to. She said, but I can't remember what it was, and she's going to have to type it in because my memory's this long.
Larry Lujak, I was right. Yeah, I thought so. Mary just seems like the Larry Lujak type. He was a great DJ. He was really good. One of the greats of all time.
Larry Lujak type. I didn't know they had a type.
Well,
there's the Larry Lujak type.
Well, the people that gravitate towards certain DJs. I mean, some people love Don Imus. Not me. I've never been a Don Imus fan.
He's got a good voice.
I was a Scott Shannon fan, but I never cared for Imus, and I liked Larry Lujak the few times I've heard him because he was not in my market, obviously, but I've heard air checks and such. He was great.
They did animal stories in the AM radio. Animal stories. So when she was on her way to high school, she was listening to animal stories on AM radio.
Yeah.
That's cool. Fun stories about animals. I'm sure they were like heartwarming, talented animal stories. Like the cat that saved the family from the fire or something like that. I'm sure. That's what comes to mind when you tell me animal stories. We saw, speaking of animal stories, not that anybody cares, but we watched Strays before I came down here to the sub basement here. And if you've ever seen the movie Strays, you're never going to get that time back out of your life. That's all I can say. It's an hour and a half, hour to 45 minutes of the word F a lot and potty humor. So there you go. That's all I can tell you. Don't waste your time. Or waste your time if you need to.
Hey, Momster,
Hi,
welcome.
Mom.
Thank you for stopping by.
Don's here. Welcome, Don.
Hi, Don.
Thanks
Welcome.
for coming in. So, after I got out of grew up and did my thing, whatever that was, I did do a little DJing on the side, but that was mostly for parties and at bars.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good old boy kind of bars, So we DJ'd a couple nights a week for a local bar up north Michigan. It was called the Wooden Nickel. No, that was not Wooden Nickel. Was it the Wooden Nickel? Yeah, it was the Wooden Nickel. The burger. It was a burger joint and bar, and it was a bar. And they had a back room, and we'd set up our equipment back there, and we would crank the tunes. So I learned to love Freebird, old time rock and roll, and many, many country songs.
That sounds like a country bar.
Kind of a country. It kind of went both ways. old time rock and rollish stuff, and and a lot of country music.
Anybody wants to check out Mary's Animal Stories? There's the link for it.
Thank you, dear.
I'll have to check that out. That definitely will be something I'd love to see.
I will. And did you said you did your stint as a party DJ as well?
I did several DJ stuff when I was in high school. I did a couple of the local dances. It was fun, just using my own equipment, no light show or anything. Junior high kids mostly, and it was fun,
Yeah.
We had a couple of turntables and just kind of went nuts with it. And of course, with me, it was extra fun because I was trying to play good music to dance to, and most of the kids in the school where I went up were growing up with Ted Nugent and heavy metal. So they didn't
Not a
really
lot of
like to
dance
hear Donna
music.
Summer or, ABBA or stuff like that, because we're talking late 70s here. So that's
It's
a
hard.
long
I
time
mean,
ago.
you can dance to that stuff, the other stuff, but it's hard.
Hair of the Dog was a favorite. Everybody loved to dance to Hair of the Dog
Hair
by
of the
Nazareth.
Dog. Wow. Dang. Yeah, no, can't see it happening, but okay. Okay.
Another great name on the list, Shadow Stevens. Shadow Stevens was fantastic. Out in Los Angeles and the Los Angeles market for years. Did AT40 after Casey Kasem left for Casey's Top 40.
Yep.
And Hollywood Squares, he was announcer on. Did a really lame cop show for CBS for a few weeks.
A few weeks.
Wolfman Jack. Wolfman
Wolfman
Jack was awesome.
Yep. Oh, Don likes the animal. Yeah, the WLS. Yep, exactly. But yeah, Wolfman Jack. Oh boy, that goes far back though. That's jumping the Wayback Machine.
Yeah.
But I do remember some Wolfman Jack.
Yeah, he could still, his shows are still playing. They're still in syndication.
Yeah.
Classic shows on stations and on Sirius XM. So
Yep.
you can still hear Wolfman, even though he's been gone for quite a while. He was an amazing DJ.
And you do see, I mean, I like Wolfman Jack and some of the other ones. So like you mentioned Sirius Radio, right?
Uh-huh.
I know a lot of MTV VJs peeled over to XM and Sirius Radio.
Yeah, they have an MTV based channel. Mark Goodman, Alan Hunter, Nina Blackwood, and for a while Martha Quinn, although I don't think she's doing it now, have all done stuff for them. JJ passed away before that, and Julie Brown may have been on there too. She was later. That was after my era of MTV. I was the original VJs,
Oh, okay.
All these second comers, except for Adam Curry. I didn't really care for any of them. So,
really interesting to know that.
They were fun.
What about Adam Curry?
Adam Curry. No, I liked Adam Curry, but I like Adam Curry better as the Podfather. He's the man who pretty much invented podcasting and turned it into a phenomenon. At least he likes to take credit for it.
Hey, his story, and he'll write it any way he wants.
Yeah,
Patrick. Downtown Julie Brown, exactly. Not to be confused with regular Julie Brown.
Right.
This is Downtown Julie Brown.
Yeah, the other Julie Brown is the singer and actress who did The Homecoming Queen's Got a Gun. Not the same Julie Brown as Downtown Julie Brown on Club MTV.
But so nowadays, I mean, do you guys out in the audience? I know TC's answer, but out in the audience, do you guys ever listen to DJs, disc jockeys, people who either play other people's music, mix their other people's music, or play their own music and DJ it? Do you listen to any of those? I mean, there's on YouTube, there's different sources. There's Mixcloud, which has got a lot of amateur DJs, I guess you could call them, or semi-professional DJs. But they also have people who just, buy some equipment and start playing around with it. And Mixcloud has a lot of up and coming young professional or semi-professional DJs, I guess you call them.
Twitch has some too.
And Twitch as well. Yeah. I forgot about Twitch for sure. But is anybody out in the audience, if you listen to any of that kind of stuff, what do you listen to? Who do you listen to? I've got a list. TC has a list.
Yep.
And if you guys want to check out any of these people, I'm sure they'd appreciate the airtime for sure. But yeah, a lot of it now is just over the internet. because you get a bigger audience that way. Truthfully, have some good radio DJs here, but now it's mostly piped in, no DJs. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Although when it comes to radio, we did have a great guy on Boston radio until last year when he passed away. His name was Bob Bittner. I talked about him on the Kirkham Report. He owned a small station called WJIB. It was the memory station. It was non-profit, public supported. Bob
Okay.
would do all of his shows from his home in Maine. He just played whatever he liked to play. He commentated on the songs and occasionally on politics and the news. But you could hear everything from big band music to Judy Garland to Miko to Donna Fargo on his channel at any given time. And we were all terribly worried that we were going to lose the station after Bob passed away last year. And God love him, John Garabedian, who's a legend in this neck of the woods, has stepped up, purchased the JIB license, and is taking it over and will keep it. And he's bringing it to the internet, which I am really happy to hear.
That's
because
cool.
JIB just an awesome station.
And that's the other thing. You're limited by, how geography, right? You're limited by where you are as opposed to where their tower is. And on the internet, you don't have that problem.
Yeah, he had just a small tower, small repeaters. You could barely pick up WJIB. We had both AM and FM frequencies, but the signal was so. I first heard him in a cab. I usually picked him up when I was out in cabs or Ubers. I could get it, but I've never been able to pick it up at home. And I always enjoyed it, and his crazy mix of stuff. And Garabedian's promising to do the same thing, so hopefully that'll keep it alive. It's a great station, and I hope everybody will check it out, because you can bet I'll have a link up to it when it does premiere on the internet.
Please do.
Yeah.
Hey, Destiny, welcome. Shamrock Pixie is here in the house.
Hi, Destiny. Hi, Mr. Pickles.
Hey, Mr. Pickles. How am I pronouncing that? Take a shot.
Fazunk.
Double shout at the devil is my favorite. Where is that? Is that on YouTube or Mixcloud, or where is it, Patrick? Or is that a radio station one? And Mr. Pickles, Mary says, yes, indeed. Welcome, Destiny and Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles. For sure. Okay, I've got some. I can start with the Mixcloud ones, or do you want to go back and forth?
I don't care. Whatever you want to do.
I'd like to. I think we should go back and forth.
I think what we should warn people is some of the ones that you have and some of the ones I have are going to be different, because a lot of mine tend to be musical, like songwriters and artists as well as DJs, and they kind of throw it all. And a lot of what you are listening to are mostly mix experts. From what I've gathered.
Not all, though. Yeah. Not all.
No, but I think a lot of them. Yeah.
I would be surprised. I would totally be surprised, though, if you and I have the same. And that's what I'm shooting for, to see if I'm playing. It's like playing again, DJ Bingo. We'll see who has what. But if we have the same one, I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
I would be surprised. So, all right, you go first.
No, go ahead. It was your idea.
It was my idea. All right, I'm going to start with YouTube. And I think some of these might cross over into Instagram as well. One of the ones I'm really listening to now, and that's because I'm very task oriented, and I have to like I'm going and helping at that warehouse, so I'm doing things there, and I can't really concentrate on the music, but that's just playing. So I'm listening to a lot of mixes of things, more like party DJs. There's not a lot of interpretive mixing. It's just from one song to another. Let's call it that. Straight mix, straight fade. Is Villa Vibes Vinyl. And that is on YouTube. And she seems to be based out of Hawaii, I think, because she gets up, she's got her two turntables, and she just kind of shows, what she's playing. And she just goes, she's got a really good selection, playlist of different types of music. One of my favorites, of course, Me, would be the yacht rock. She plays a lot of, she has a great mix of yacht rock. And I can just let that play in the background and go do my thing. But it's Villa Vibes Vinyl. And she's really good. It's sometimes some of her stuff, she'll have her son, I think, and her hubby doing stuff as well, but it's mostly her. So that she's really good. You should check her out on YouTube.
Cool.
That's my first one. And I've
Okay.
noticed because a lot of these people who are playing, like, especially on YouTube, because you have these copyright issues, right?
Yeah.
They're doing, they put the disclaimer out there that it's free use of critique or whatever. But also they're not monetized. They have, they basically are getting money through Patreon and stuff like that. So if you do find a DJ you like, please support them that way if you can. That was my
Yeah.
commercial for that. Dave, the pickup artist from Florida. Greetings. Greetings, buddy. How you doing? We're talking DJs, radio and other. So.
Yeah, one of the ones that I like, I was just looking him up here. There's a dude on Twitch that I really enjoy watching. He has a lot of great stuff, and like the one that you just mentioned, the Villa Vibes vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
He has the turntables in front of him. He's doing live mixing as he's doing the shows. His name is ETC Kid, because he plays a little bit of everything. He's got dance music, he's got classic soul, he's got a little bit of everything in his mixes. And he's usually, I haven't watched him for a couple of months. Looks like the last show he did was, that's terrible. He just signed off. He's been around for 7 years, but he's leaving. Oh, well, so you might not get a chance to see him. He has his final show up, so go check it out. It's great stuff over on Twitch. It's ETC Kid.
Oh, okay. And he's good. Well, catch him while he's there, because he's not.
Twitch is giving people problems with the music lately, so that's probably why he's moving on.
Oh, okay. That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
That sucks. Okay. And he does a good. Now, can you go back and look at his other stuff from Twitch, or is it just like it's a live show and that's it?
It looks like he's taken it all down except the last show. You could put it up. It used to be there.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one that I do check out, you might want to check out, is on Mixcloud. If you guys can go to Mixcloud, you don't necessarily have to have an account there. You can listen to different DJs. And Night EDM is it's Night with a K, and really a great job mixing and kind of setting the mixing, I guess, and kind of editing in beats and things. Does a really good job with that. So that's more of a dance, kind of a dance DJ, I would say, as opposed to just a party DJ. But this is more oriented specifically for get you up and dance and keep you dancing kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that would be the one I would pull up.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, this is how the differentiating between the type of DJ that you listen to and what I think of as DJ, because I'm into EDM. So I have a lot of artists that I love that are EDM DJs that will get up in front of people at the Electric Daisy Carnival or whatever festival they're having and do all this stuff live. But there was none.
EDM, in case you guys don't know, is electronic dance music.
Dance music. Yeah.
Yeah. So I hate to throw throw out the initials and not let people know specifically if they don't know what it is. But so electronic dance music. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
And I do like that. I like a lot of that sometimes, but I have to be in the right mood for it. Like I said, sometimes I'm listening to yacht rock and just the
me too. I'm the same way.
So
yeah, I'm the same way. But for me, when it comes to EDM DJs, there was none better than Avicii, who lost in 2018. He was an amazing writer and producer and disc jockey and mix artist who did some of the best stuff I've ever heard. He was the reason I got heavy into EDM in the mid 2010s. He just, Wake Me Up is a classic, Levels is a classic. There's so much stuff out there, and he really knew how to bring it. And the fact that he's not around anymore really makes me sad, because both Kevin and I were big fans. And I feel bad that we don't have his genius of music around anymore. It's too bad.
I agree. Hey, angriest daughters in the house, baby. Welcome, dear. We're talking DJs and any kind at this point, because we're covering radio to EDM to whatever. Even VJs. We did the VJ thing too. Patrick asks, "What's your thoughts on mixes with samples?" I love them. I love them. Some of my favorite stuff has samples in it. And I do enjoy a DJ. If a DJ does it right, it's amazing and it's great and it keeps you moving and keeps you grooving. But I enjoy it. It doesn't bother me. I know some people have a hard time with that kind of music and that kind of mixing because it's not the pure song, right? It's not the song they expect to hear or whatever. They like the familiarity of it, where when you're sampling things and you're mixing in beats and things, you are not getting that pure original effect from that song, but it does kind of take it to another place, and that's the kind of thing I do like. I do enjoy it for sure. Freddie LeGrand. Wait a minute. Freddie LeGrand, best DJ of all time. Just saying. Okay. Freddie LeGrand. I don't know Freddie LeGrand.
I don't know the name either.
Yeah, are we talking electronic dance music? Are we talking radio? I don't know. Who and where do we find a sample of this DJ's work? Drop it in the comments. I like Ghetto Superstar. Blue-ish. Can't stand the Dupa Loop. I haven't heard that one.
Okay, so Ghetto Superstar is, I think that's Jay-Z. It's his redo of Islands in the Stream.
Right.
And which Dua Lipa song is that, Patrick? Do you know which one? Because I like some of her stuff and I don't like all of it, though.
I like the Elton. Didn't she do something with Elton John? There's an Elton John mix?
She the one that did the Sacrifice remix with him?
I think it was. Heart? Am I wrong? But
I don't know if that was her or Doja Cat. I forget which one did that. Yeah, I like her single, her current single, Houdini. I don't know of any samples in that, so I don't know.
I will find out in just a second. I'll look it up while you talk to the people. Well, I will try to look it up. There we go. Sacrifice YouTube on John.
Trina, we are not twins, but thank you. We're glad you love the show. Thank you for being here.
Twins. That's interesting. We look nothing alike, but thank you. Thank you very much. I'm looking. I can't find it now. Figures. Oh, if I look for the videos, I could find it. Maybe.
Mary said it was Dua Lipa that did Cold Heart with Elton John. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. I'm glad you got it.
I like that, except I like the original better. Sacrifice is a great song. One of my favorite Elton John songs. I didn't think they really needed to redo it, but
I'm glad he did. Because
brought it to a new
better
audience.
that it's done now than posthumously. You know what I mean? I would rather see it done now and him get a little money for it and a little accolade for it than for it to happen after he's done with his career. So I actually enjoy that version of it. They're both good songs. The original.
I have seen this. I have not heard it yet. I am not a Pitbull fan, so I think he pretty much steals his entire catalog. So there's there's some things about him that I just can't stand. But I love Dolly Parton, and I have been intending to hear that one. But we'll see. You know me, I can be a very opinionated, and Pitbull is not one of my favorite people.
I like Pitbull. It's just me. Hey, Laura's here too. Hey, Laura, how you doing, sweetie? So Patrick says she borrows O Town. I Can Never Be Your Woman.
Okay.
I haven't heard that one either. New song with Pitbull and Dolly Parton. I will go look for that one, Destiny. I will check that one out. I've got it right here. I'm writing down. I love this show because I get to make notes. Pitbull and Dolly Parton. Not a combination I would have seen coming.
Well, most of the stuff on Dolly's Rockstar album are combinations I would have seen coming 2 years ago. I mean, having her she recorded Jolene with Måneskin.
I love it.
Which it's like, wow, okay, that's interesting.
Why not?
It's not bad.
Why not? It's pronounced Fed. Yep. Song The Creeps from Camille Jones. It's a mix of hits. Oh, okay. Oh, I love Put Your Hands Up for Detroit. I'm all over that. I do love that one. I thought my what box went off over here. Thought Alexa was going off, but she didn't. Yeah, I love that. I love that kind of stuff. All right, next up, let me see. Pitbull, love Pitbull, love Dolly.
I'm not sure.
Damn it, she did go off. Alexa, stop listening. I thought I heard it go off, but I didn't. She didn't say anything. So if I forgive his forgettable music. Trina. I know. No, Pitbull is not for everyone. I agree, but I like.
Yeah, I actually don't mind sampling as long as they give the proper artist their credit as due. So many of them haven't over the years. And
They don't get that on the album or anything. They don't, or on the.
Well, I'll Be Missing
note?
You. They didn't. They had to Sting had to like sue them to get his part of that. Yeah. So I mean, it's like okay. I like Good Vibrations by Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, which is a Loretta Hollowell sample, and she was actually asked to be a part of it. So that's very cool when they do that. If they're just sampling stuff and it fits into the song, I'm okay with that, but I'd really prefer that the artists at least acknowledge it and accept it.
Well, I agree that they should be acknowledged. But it depends on who owns a license, though. Sometimes they're not going to. You're not going to get the okay from the artist because they don't own it anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It just happens that way, which sucks. But that's part of the contractual business of music. Oh, thank you, dear. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, who's your next one on your list?
Well, I've got, like I said, I'm doing mostly artists here, but there's one who is a remix guy who does a little bit of everything. And I first heard him on the MTV Amps album a few years ago, about 20 plus years ago now. I got to look at the name spelling because it's Armand van Helden.
Okay.
From Holland. He is one of the two creative geniuses behind Duck Sauce. And Duck Sauce released an irresistible track about, I think it was 2010. So it's been about 15 years ago. That's just dance beats with the guy at the end of every dance run reciting the words Barbra Streisand. It's like, okay, that's my kind of mix. Love stuff like that. That actually is a running private joke between Kim and I, that song. It's like, yeah.
It's kind of like Pure Energy.
Anytime we mention Barbra Streisand, we start doing the tune. We start humming the song.
Barbra Streisand. That's right. That's true. I haven't heard that in forever. I'm going to go find it. You brought a fond memory back for me. I got to go find that again because I don't have it in my collection and I need to find it. Let's see. Oh, we're missing here. Pitbull's fun. In the 90s, there was a lot of sampling. Puff Daddy, I'll Be Missing You is on that list, I guess.
Yeah.
There was, a lot of sampling and a lot of crossover mixes. MTV published a whole bunch of different mixed songs where you take, one song and throw it on another song. And there's a lot of that too. But yeah, remember that. All right, Will.i.am, Time of My Life is wrong somehow. I gotta look that one up because I don't think I've heard that one. Because I like Will.i.am.
Michael, is that the Time of My Life from Dirty Dancing, or is that Time of My Life the Green Day's Good Riddance Time of Your Life? Because either one of those is a little frightening to me. I have to admit that I have not heard of that. So.
Either one could be a bad choice.
Exactly. Yep, he sure did treat it. Yeah, that's after they've settled everything. They did perform it together.
They did, yeah, which was cool.
Yeah, Armand, a lot of house mixes too. Terrific stuff. He's one of the pioneers of the current group out there.
And is that the right spelling? Because I think I spelled it. I want to make sure when I look it up. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's the right spelling.
Thank you. Thank you. One of the biggest specials is Aretha on David Letterman's Adele Rolling Deep. Wow. And Ain't No Mountain. I gotta check that mashup.
There are, yeah, mashups are, those are completely different. Those are a completely different monster. And there are some of them that are really amazing. Um,
I like it.
there's Donna Summer's Hot Stuff with Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train in one mix. It's amazingly done. A lot of
Well,
those are
Patrick
on
dropped the
YouTube.
link. Thank you, Patrick. I'll copy that link and I will go check it out.
Yeah. So yeah, mashups, if they're well done, they're often really amazing. I wish I had the talent to do mashups. I'm not very good at it. I've tried to do it and I'm not very good at it. So,
Yeah.
one of the few musical things I'm just not equipped to do, apparently.
Hey, not everybody can, be good at everything. Darn it.
Yep.
Darn it. All right, another one. So as far as DJs go, let's go back to YouTube. It's easy and accessible, and again, this is more of a playlisty kind of DJ, a DJ that just spins songs and blends them from one to another, right? I'm not sure what the name for that is. Basically, they're not necessarily EDM, but they're
Remix DJs.
Qualify. Yeah, just regular old DJs. It's My One Vice. It's my and then one, the letter or the number one, and then Vice. Also really good.
Hey, we'll check those out.
Does a good job of mixing it up. Has great playlists out there. And like I said again, if you do enjoy the channel and you want to subscribe to them, great. And if you want to help them monetarily, because usually these people are playing this stuff on YouTube and they're not getting paid for they can't monetize their channel because it's all copyrighted music, so they have Patreon. So
yeah, hey. And don't forget, if you listen to them, like them, don't forget to leave them a comment and at 2 Hip Chicks where you heard it.
That's right. Yeah. Go check them out. But it's fun because a lot of times you're not watching. It depends on what you watch on YouTube, of course, or what you listen to for the radio. But if you want something different, sometimes it's nice to follow, drop over to a different channel or whatever. If you're sick of listening to resellers, say you're a reseller and you listen to podcasts and resellers in the background all the time, sometimes it's just nice to have music. And there you go. There you go.
There is one on YouTube, Don, that you could check out. Again, it's an artist that's a DJ also.
Okay.
His name is Tobu, Tobu. I've been into his stuff for about 4 or 5 years, and he does some great stuff. It's a lot of it's on YouTube. You can find him on most of the social media channels too.
Right.
But if you like Avicii, if you like Darude, if you like any of the like Daft Punk stuff, you probably like his music. Yeah. He is really good, and I love what he does. It's always very up-tempo, happy type music.
Oh, good. Okay. Thank you. I will check him out. I wrote it down. Tobu. All right, drop another links. What do we got? We did that link. This is another link. Schmoly Rock of Ages. Okay. Check that one out too, kids. Miley Cyrus did an interpolation of Stevie Nicks' Edge of 17 and with her song Midnight Sky. Very cool.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah,
too.
I think Miley's very talented, actually.
Yeah.
One of our DJs is cool.
DJ Logos. Okay. Logos?
Logos? Okay. DJ Logos. All right. Write these down, kids.
Yep.
I bring a pad and paper every show just to make sure I got notes. I'm excited about Shadow by Livingston. Shadow by Livingston. Okay. I will check that out as well.
Yeah.
All right. Shamrock Pixie said, I just tried to listen to Aretha Franklin, Rolling in the Deep. Not her kind of song. Very sad to see her do that song. I guess I have to check it out.
Yeah.
It's not her type of song. But she's gotten older. Let's be real here. Let's take a minute. Let's take a breath. Aretha Franklin ain't no spring chicken no more. So
no, especially since she passed away a number of years ago.
Yeah, I know, right? So I was trying to be nice. I wasn't going to go, but she's dead, Jim. No, I wasn't going to be that way.
No.
But you get my point is, anyway, I have no point. There you go. I'm going to check it out anyway, though. I like the original Rolling in the Deep. It was just a really good song, and at the right time of my life, that song came out. Let's put it that way. So, probably I won't be impressed by it either. But you never know. She was struggling.
If you really want to hear something good from,
he knows he was just giving her time.
Of a Adele cover, a great screamcore band called Sycamore does Set Fire to the Rain, an amazing version of that song. And it's on YouTube. You can find it there. It's terrific. Just be prepared because it's got a bunch of screamcore stuff in the middle that you're not used to hearing with Adele music. So there you go.
Who's the artist? Who am I looking for?
Sycamore. SYCAMORE.
Doing fire.
Set fire to the rain.
Fire to the rain. Okay. I'm on it. Okay.
Love that version of that song. And another person that does a terrific cover of that is Jack Vidgen. So
Patrick's yes, Patrick's on it. Yes, I think the logo's played. Okay, good to know. Destiny's Child, Bootylicious. What? Okay, there's some just stuff happening now. There's just stuff happening now. Really? I'd like that song, but hey. Oh, and then we're going to have to pull his library. No kidding. We're going to have to. All right. Who's on your list next?
Yeah, you go ahead and do a couple more. You should do a list of yours and link it in the show notes so we can listen to some of them. I
will do that. I should have done that previously, shouldn't I? On Mixcloud.
I never do.
I know. We always do.
I was into doing it afterward. Yeah.
We do it in post. On Mixcloud, and again, if you guys go to Mixcloud, you don't have to necessarily be a creator to just go in and enjoy their music. Yeah. It's all one word. Love the Mix. Check that one out as well. Check that. That is really good as well. And again, a lot of the stuff on Mixcloud is more dance-oriented EDM stuff, but still very good. But you have to be in a mood. I find I have to be in the right mood for it. Obviously, if I'm depressed, I'm not listening to EDM, although maybe it'll help. You never know. You never know. All right. What are we got here? You went into mashups. That's okay, though. Mashups are fun. And it takes a DJ to pull off a good mashup sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
For sure. If you cover music, listen to Marty Ray Project. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, me too.
Are you familiar with Marty Ray Project?
I am not.
Marty Ray. Oh, and another one I can throw out there, which I've just discovered. So if you guys are into Drag Race at all, and I know that's somewhat political to some people, but I like drag queens. The Trixie Mattel has her own YouTube channel. And Trixie does DJ in and out of drag. It's turned into quite the prolific little DJ. So you should check out, I think last week he put out a video of just him hanging out in Wisconsin. I guess he's in his apartment in Wisconsin when he's visiting his family. And it was a rainy day, and he just put together a bunch of stuff with sunshine as the theme, and it was really good. So you should check out Trixie on YouTube, Trixie Mattel.
Yeah, this is like that show we did on very specific playlists a few months ago.
I know, right? Kind of, but it worked. It was great. A lot of sunshiny, happy songs, but it was fun. Your dance remix? No. What?
So listen to Your Heart. He changed it down, left a couple more down.
Oh, okay.
Your Heart dance remix.
No. Okay. It's like, what? I blame Glee for the mashups. Probably, yes. I think you're right. But I think what's going on before Glee, because MTV was doing it before Glee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Although it did become more mainstream with Glee. I do like mashups. I find a good time. I what can I say? I have my favorites. Probably most of them from that MTV. They did a CD release of MTV mashups, and I had that. I picked that up, of course, and some of my favorite ones are on there. So that's cool. Don't ask me to pull them up now, but there are a few. Let's see if I can find it while you go to your next one.
Is that the name of it? MTV Mashups?
I believe it was.
Cool. I'm gonna have to look for that one. I'll have to see what
yeah, two tracks become one. Yep. So yeah, MTV Mashup. They had where is it? Was that the first one? Oh no, that's the first. That's the second one. I'm looking for the first one. Oh, boom. There we go. Go ahead. Who's your next one?
I am really good. I love a current DJ named Rehab. He is actually a part Arabic, part Moroccan DJ. Rehab is his stage name.
Okay.
He has been working a lot with a German singer I love named Michael Schulte. Recently, in fact, I think if I'm not mistaken, he may be the first. Well, the recent charts. He's Better Me, which was the second single they did together, is a Kirkham Report #1 hit from a few weeks ago. Love that song and love him and love his mixing. I also like the work Calvin Harris has been doing lately, especially with Sam Smith. A lot of good stuff mixed in there.
Okay.
And the vocals he's done it. Sam has done some stuff recently that I'm not really a huge fan of. I love his ballads from a few years ago, but the stuff he's been doing with Calvin has been terrific, and I love that. So
cool.
I think both of them are terrific.
Very cool. Yeah, go ahead, Destiny. Drop that link if you want, sweetie. That's fine. So yeah, MTV did their Party to Go stuff. Party to Go. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, my teeth are loose. But they also did some mashup stuff as well. And you might want to check that out. Blah. Hey, drop the link. Yes. Please drop the link. There you go. She dropped the link. Yeah.
Cool.
Marty Ray Project. Thank you. All right, guys, who are we leaving out for DJing or people who spin discs or whatever? Party DJs, radio DJs, anybody you can think of that we should put on the list, but we haven't. Let me see. Wanted to make sure I got through most of mine. And a couple more YouTube ones, possibly on Instagram as well. I'm not sure if they cross over or not. So look for them both ways. So I did my one Vice, right? I said that one. There's a guy out there by the handle of Corner DJ. Corner DJ. Like Street Corner DJ, I guess. I think he's the one that has he'll show a cassette tape and he'll let it play. And then it says mix, so, but he also does, I think he puts in I think he talks in between songs as well, so it's kind of like his thing. But he's not bad. He's got some good selections out there. It's good selections out there.
That's cool.
Do y'all know who Bama Picker is? Bama Picker. You talking about a reseller?
The
Maybe.
name is familiar, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think mine's
a banjo player. I don't know. Do you ever check out "Walk Like an Egyptian" by Geeter? No. Should I? Okay, I will.
I'll pass. I'm not a big fan of that song. So.
Oh, maybe this is the version that you've been waiting for.
I doubt that.
It's probably, and they probably do a mashup with that and "Groove Is in the Heart." Sorry, that was a little low.
Dawn apparently wants to host the rest of the show tonight by herself.
Might have been a little low there. Sorry, buddy. Sorry.
I could spin Maggie May if you like.
You could do Maggie May, and then what's that other song I absolutely despise? Oh, there ain't that many, but still, yes. So John Bama Picker. Okay. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
All right, we'll give it a shot, Michael. I trust you with Eurovision stuff. We'll see. Get her, Johnny.
Ooh, she's on Eurovision. There you go. You have to now. She's on
Yeah.
Eurovision.
And that actually brings up to another one that I was going to bring up. Polish DJ named Gromi. I love his stuff. He represented Poland in the 2018
Okay.
Eurovision. They missed I don't know how they missed the finals. It was one of the most popular songs of the year. Um, but I've loved everything he's done since then. He's very much a very similar to Kygo, similar to Avicii, has that same kind of mixing style, brings in great people, great artists to work with them. Gromee, Gromee, if you want to check him out.
Okay.
I love his stuff. He's terrific.
I will check it out. Thank you. Missed it earlier. Patrick says I don't know if you missed it earlier on Diamond D of the Cape Radio. Okay.
Destiny says yes, that's the Vama picker she's talking about.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. All right. He's a singer and in a band. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Is he doing stuff? Is he doing his music on YouTube then too, or is he just doing whatever the reseller stuff? Does he have like a place you can pick up his music and his sound? I would love to see it. You may drop a link. I have no problem with that. We're not bothered by links. We love links.
Yeah,
for sure. So yeah, okay, I'll check that one out. All right, anybody else we're missing, guys? I'm trying to think. I went through a pretty good list of mine, but there's other ones too. If you just go to Mixcloud, even if you like EDM, if you like electronic dance music, or you just like mixes, they do other stuff there too. People are playing all sorts of music. Mixcloud is a great source for, and
I'll be joining them next week. You're
joining them next week?
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
That's part of the new stuff that we're doing. We're doing several Mixcloud shows every week.
And this was not set up, guys. So go find TC.
You've heard the first sample I sent you. So
that, but I didn't know you were doing them. I didn't even think about that Mixcloud thing. Yeah, but it's great. It is great for many, many things. Yes, I like what you sent me, and I definitely like it. Nifty, says Patrick.
Netta's awesome. Yeah. And she does a lot of remixing too, actually. Her stuff, a lot of, she's a DJ herself as well as a performer and 2018 Eurovision champ for Toy. So it's like, okay, yeah, it's like, she's great.
Oh, his band name was Spooky Dawn. Okay. So does he have a channel where he does just his music, Destiny? I'm trying to find that out. Is it called Spooky Dawn? If that's his if that's his band name, then I will go check that out. Thank you. Patrick says nifty. So when is that going to start? your Mixcloud career?
It is supposed to start next week.
Sweet. I can't wait.
And you heard it here first. It hasn't even announced it yet on my channel. So
it was totally quinky dink, guys. I had not set that up at all. That was not a setup, I swear. Big old quinky dink. I can't tell you why. That's cool. How many times a week are you going to produce stuff on Mixcloud?
There'll be 5 shows a week, all different formats.
When the hell are you going to find time to do that? Oh,
because they're easy to. I can just put them together. It doesn't take long to put them together. Then I have to do the voiceovers for sure. They'll be lightly hosted except for one of the shows, and I've already talked about one of them, Label Nova Plus, which is going to feature music from each of the labels. That'll be every 2 weeks, and then the other ones will be weekly if I work it out right.
Dude, you never sleep. Tommy said that I could Google Spooky Dawn and I'll find it. Thank you, dear. Appreciate it.
Cool.
So 5 times a week, no rest for the wicked. That would be you. Wow. Damn, dude. Is it going to be under Kirkham or is it under something
TKR
else?
Mixcloud. And it's going to be, there'll be 4 shows. What I'm doing basically is doing my style of a syndicated show that kinds I used to listen to and trying to be a new version of Casey Kasem or whoever, Dr. Domeno. You can look for Electric 80s. the Groove Line, Instrumental, the Soundtrack of Our Lives, and a show called the TKR Power Tracks 50 Countdown.
Yeah.
And they'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for debuting that announcement on my channel.
I'm gonna be dropping hints all week long about stuff I got
On my
coming
channel.
up.
You heard it here first, kids. TC's gonna be a radio star, as they say. No, that's cool. And I can't wait because that gives me even more stuff to listen to. It's a win-win in my book.
Yeah.
Totally win-win. Because I like you, obviously, I like your taste in music. And yeah. Very cool. Just don't play Maggie May, and I'll be happy with anything you put out there.
I'll warn you if it comes up, but I'm not a big fan of that song either, so you probably won't have to worry about it unless I get a
good.
request.
Good to know. Good to know. All right. Well, we're winding down, guys. So we're screwed up, and of course, because we didn't screw it up, but TC was sick last week, so we moved it to this week. We are going to go back to our normal schedule, so we will be on next week as well.
Right. And we will be joined by our friend Katie from Vintage and Vinyl. We're going to be discussing 2024 Record Store Day. Dawn's not a big Record Store Day person. She's not into it as much as Katie and I are. And so this year she has a reason to be involved because there's an Alan Parsons project title on the list. And Katie and I are going to give our picks, and we're going to convince Dawn she needs to get involved with Record Store Day.
I guess so. And I can't wait for that because, first of all, I love Katie. And secondly,
Katie's awesome.
Katie's awesome. Exactly. She's not only, for you resellers out there, she's also a reseller. So she's also into music, and which is it's a cool crossover. I highly recommend it. But yeah, she's great. She has some great insights, and I can't wait for that show as well. So it'll be next week, Monday. So thank you for coming in today on an off week, everybody. But for sure, please come in next week as well. What are you doing the rest of this week besides setting yourself up for a huge amount of work?
I'm hoping to have Label Nova back this weekend. Profile Records is proving to be a pain in the butt. I mean, it really is, because they've done so many that were not released on 7-inch, only 12-inch, and it's hard to find out which ones were which. So I've been trying to get it together in time for Friday. And of course, we will have Daily Obscuria Monday through Friday at 11, Kirkham Report on Saturday. And next week, we'll continue to get our regular shows back in line after this revamp that I did here in my office. The Radio Retro is already back Sundays at 4. I'll be premiering the TKR Classic Chart Countdown on Monday at 4, and then you can look forward to new stuff on Mixcloud and a few other places over the next couple of weeks, and I will have an announcement about that on my show Saturday at 4.
But you heard it here first. I just want to make sure you got credit.
5-page outline right here, which you can't see because the green screen.
Can't see because of the green screen. Yeah, but yeah, you heard it here first.
So this ain't real, people.
The records are real; they're just not that big. And,
yeah.
Anyway.
And they're not
so
mine.
That's cool. You're a busy man. Let's put it that way. You guys need to, if you're not, please go subscribe to TC's channel. I know we're simulcasting this, but if you're coming in on my channel, on Two Hip Chicks channel, please go subscribe to TC because he has some great music related content. I always say that. It's so true.
And don't forget, in addition to all this stuff that Dawn and I usually do, and their show Chick Chat Tuesday and Thursday at noon, they also do this.
You got to it before I did. It's a penny for that.
I get lots of good stuff from them on Whatnot. They have awesome stuff on the Whatnot sales.
It's a lot of fun. Did you check out I've uploaded already everything, so you need to.
I haven't checked it yet, but I will. I usually do on Monday night after we're done with our show, if we're doing the show.
Time. In fact, I was telling TC in April, Mary sprung this on me. She's like, we've been on Whatnot a year as of April, whatever, 11th or something, the week of the 9th.
I can't believe it's been that long. It's just crazy.
I know, right? So we're going to do that week, our anniversary week, we're going to do a 2-hour show. So we're going to bring twice as many records. We're going to have more than twice as many giveaways. So please come check that out for sure if you can't check us out before that. And other than that, we're on Johnny's Cajun Roots Resellers auction on Wednesday, Hump Day auction with the gang. Always have a good time there. Lots of fun. And please go visit Dawn Southern Finds. She's doing Deals with the Dons without me, but that's okay because I had to step away and help some friends. So, but please check her. She's on every Friday with her Deals with the Dons, which is another fun auction. So that being said, it's 8 o'clock and we must go and let you guys go do your thing. Thank you everybody who came in. We appreciate you so much. We will be here next week, same time, TC's channel this time, but please, we will simulcast as usual.
Yep.
Come check it out because you got to meet Katie and have a good time with her as well.
All righty.
All right. Everybody else, please have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow or whenever. Got any famous last words, TC?
I'll see everybody on the interwebs.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Two hip kicks.